And we're live. Hey, everybody. I see
Oh man,
James.
I haven't been live for a while.
Same. Same. Yes. What has it been?
Uh,
Uh,
I mean,
I
because
don't
I,
even know
I
how
haven't
long.
I haven't done because yeah, I've been traveling
Yeah, you have.
a
You've
lot.
been, and I haven't had a chance to catch up with you to hear all about that.
I know, I
That's right,
know.
James. We
The
did it.
fact
We
that
went live.
as a channel we're live is big, and then I haven't done Over Your New Year in a while. It's gonna be on Tuesday, but then we had to reschedule. So you should come on. You want to come on my show again?
Yeah. 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 It's like
Yay!
the only time I read.
Tell me a Tuesday in June you're free. I gotta schedule my stuff.
Tuesday in June. All right. All right. I can look right now, actually. I don't think I usually have things on
We can
Tuesdays,
read another
except for
Superman
next
to
Tuesday.
prep. We can read another Superman to prep for Superman,
Oh,
which we
yeah.
gotta talk about.
Have you? So let's just go ahead and talk about that.
Oh, I
We'll just
cried.
jump all over the place, right?
I
At the
cried.
latest trailer.
Yeah, and I had another friend text me. He's like, "I've watched it 5 times." I was like, "I get it. It's oh my! It feels like a real Superman movie. Like it and
Yeah.
Lois." Ah. And the
Oh.
fact that they gave her a cool apartment, it felt like rewatching. It felt like rewatching
Mm,
Superman. What do you think?
uh-huh. Yep. Oh, I freaking loved it. I'm right there with you. Like, I watched it, and of course, I instantly got goosebumps. Like that just
Oh,
happens to me. Um, I like, I can still see where it could go wrong, right? And
oh
it's
yeah,
almost like, I think it's getting hyped up so much that it's almost like we're just kind of like setting it up for potential failure just because the bar is getting set so high. But
yeah.
so I'm trying to like keep my expectations low or at least mediocre. Be like, yeah, this would be an okay movie. And then hopefully I
I
get
feel
thoroughly impressed.
good though. Like I trust James Gunn. I really do.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, I've been happy with all the Guardians movies, and even like his foray into DC so far.
Hmm.
Like I'm rewatching Peacemaker right now,
Oh yeah. I haven't
because
seen that
I
yet.
you should watch it.
Yeah.
I think you'd like it. It's funny. I watch it with you honestly because I'm rewatching with Elliot because he hadn't seen it.
Oh cool.
Um, because they released a trailer for Peacemaker season 2, and it has Guy Gardner and Hop Girl in it, who are in the movie.
Right. Right.
So I was like, and plus it's like the current canon of DC is in like Peacemaker and um
Mm,
Creature Commandos, which you should also watch because Creature
okay.
Commandos is so good.
Yeah.
And so far, even with just those, I feel really good about like James and his oh my gosh, my cat jumping on my computer. Um his view of DC, his view as like a real comic book reader. And that trailer, like,
Mm, yeah.
can we talk
All
about
right.
Lois? We gotta talk about Lois.
Yeah. Please.
First of all, I love that actress anyways, but like
Yes.
immediately she feels like a real Lois. Like the kind I feel like so far the movies haven't done a good job, besides original OG
Right.
Lois.
Right. Right.
She
Margot.
feels like true Lois.
Yeah.
Like casual. She their rapport with one another is immediately like true.
Hmm.
They challenge one another.
Yep. Yep. I
And
feel like yeah.
all my friends were like, "Oh my god, Lois the bisexual sit on the couch," because she's just like leg up. You know what
That's a good point. I didn't even clock that when I watched it. That's pretty great.
Oh,
I am super hopeful for that actually alone. Um because yeah, you're right. Like yeah, I feel like Margot Kidder is the last time Lois was done well.
yeah,
I mean I say that. Have I watched everything between then? I guess I have. I mean, we're not talking about like the what was it called? Lois and Superman or Lois and what
oh
was the
god. Well,
90s the
I do love
90s Lois
I love Lois and Clark. So that's not fair. I
Lois
love
and
that
Clark. There
show.
we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't remember. I can't remember what she was like
Yeah,
in that. I know I
I
watched it, but
I can't remember either. I don't
yeah,
think I can't go back and watch it because I can't look at Dean Cain.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
No,
know what I
no.
mean? I yeah. I love that show, so I love her. She's okay.
Yeah.
She passes. I'm thinking more about movie.
Yeah,
because
right.
I didn't feel super strongly about Lois in the newest Superman show.
And I haven't seen that. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I can't even think what it's called.
I thought she was fine, but the focus wasn't about her. You know what I mean? So this one feels like a young, strong Lois.
Yeah, and like you said, I can't. I'm so mad that I'm blanking on the actress's name at the moment, but she's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like,
have you ever seen Marvelous Mrs. Maisel? What she's
in?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So that's a fan. She can do anything.
I freaking loved that show, and I loved her in it.
Yes,
so I wanted more of that. I was so sad when it was like, oh no, this is the final season.
Yeah. And I love the actor who's playing Lex. So regardless, I feel I'm happy to have. I trust him in whatever role he does. I have forever. I have since he was on Skins when he was just a wee teenager.
Nice.
Like him in Nosferatu is good. Like him in The Great is good. Like solid. He can do it. I'm not worried about it. And Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner is still the best choice I've ever made. like that's
we're not going to go wrong. We're not going to go wrong there. I'm trying to remember when. Do you remember when the release date is?
I know it's July. So let me know when you want to see it. Jessica Ashcraft wants to go see it. I think it's on the Sunday, like July 13th. I'm still good to see it opening night and then go see it again. I really don't care.
July 10th. Yep.
So if you want to go opening night, I'm down.
I might. What is that? A Thursday?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
And then again maybe then again on Sunday.
That's what I'm thinking. I think we should go ahead because I have to see it as soon as possible. Also, you need to go see Sinners. I don't know if everybody's told you need to go see Sinners. You need to see Sinners.
Yep.
I've got several
movies. I've got several movies to catch up on because you probably know this. I don't know if everybody knows this. I was out of commission for a few weeks.
Oh yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah. What is today now? May 22nd or May 22nd.
Yeah,
so somewhere around the beginning of May. The first half of May is just like a blur to me. I really don't remember what happened because I started to get towards the very end of April. I started to get this like what we thought at first was like lockjaw, like TMJ syndrome. I was getting this real just like annoying bad pain in the side of my jaw on my right side only. And it was just kind of annoying for a few days. This all started because we were taking a trip back from Philadelphia for a little vacation, and we rode a train there and back, which was a lot of fun. That was great. And on the train ride back, I took a nap that turned out to be a very long nap, and I didn't use my bite guard like I normally do when I'm sleeping. So I thought, I was just like grinding my teeth real bad, whatever. And then anyway, like 5 or 6 days later, it's like, this should not still be sore from that. So it started with TMJ syndrome. But then I started getting these like crippling. Oh, Rob's here. Hold on. I'm sure he's going to want to hear this. Let's add Rob in. Hey, Rob.
Right. Hey. Perfect timing. Andrew's in the middle of what happened to his face surgery or his face situation.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go.
First of all, hello everyone. Hey Andrew. Hey Maz. Hey Mentees. What's up? Second, before you start the story, you have to start it with what had happened was.
Oh yeah, what?
Actually pay attention to, because if you don't say that, we'll go off and do something else. But you say what had happened was, then it's like, oh, it's time to pay attention.
Drawing attention real quick. All right. Well, what had happened was, did I do it right?
That's the widest way. I love it. Continue. Let's go.
Exactly.
We'll get you there. It's close enough.
All right, I'll take it. So I was just starting. I basically thought, and I'm pretty sure this is actually what happened. I took a very long nap in the middle of the day on a train ride back from Philadelphia without using my bite guard. And I'm pretty sure I was grinding my teeth. It was like a long, stressful trip. This was like a work retreat that we tacked on a few days at the end for vacation. It was all great. When I say it was stressful, it was like good stress. It wasn't like an awful time or anything, but still there was a lot. It was very intense. And And so I was grinding my teeth, I guess, and my jaw got real sore. It stayed that way for a few days. And I thought, okay, yeah, that's probably going to be a thing. After like 4 or 5 days, the soreness did not go away. It started to get just a little bit worse.
Yeah.
And so that's when the weird shooting pains started happening. It started going from just this like general ache right here to suddenly I would get these real sharp pains that felt like individual nerves. I remember one specifically feeling like it was coming from behind my eye, down my face like this, and then into a particular tooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I look it up, and that's actually a real thing. We started thinking this might not be TMJ syndrome. It might be something worse. There's a thing out there called, I always forget, I always mess this up. I believe it's called trigeminal neuralysis.
Yeah.
And it's actually like, can be a chronic condition. I hope nobody ever has it because the pain is absurd.
Yeah.
And so we kind of went back and forth. This literally knocked me to my knees a couple of times. I was walking through the house, and next thing I knew, I was on the ground because it would just like hurt so bad. Wow. It would come and go. But like it got to the point where I could no longer, I couldn't like tilt my head in any particular direction. I couldn't sleep laying down because tilting my head anywhere except straight up, like suddenly intensified this pain real bad. Y'all, this was ridiculous. I went to my doctor. They said it's probably a really bad case of TMJ. They prescribed me as much Tylenol and ibuprofen as you can take in a day, as well as a steroid. I took all of those things. The pain did not go away. It got worse.
I mean, I guess this is where I got stuck on the story because you're telling me this, and like we recently listened to a very similar thing in our house where there's a kid had an abscess and there's a big pulpy thing and they are in pain and all that. But we went to the doctor quickly and they're like, oh, it's this. And then they pulled to the thing and all went away. It was like a pretty quick process where my child wasn't in horrible, horrible pain. I was like, okay, Andrew's not the kind of guy that's like, I'm just going to tough it out. That's not you. You would go to the doctor. I was like, did you forget to go to the doctor? But no, you did not. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't forget. I probably should have gone a little earlier, but because I am a little bit that way sometimes. But yeah, we went to the doctor. Then I went to my dentist. My dentist thought they actually thought it was something a little bit worse. They thought apparently in your TMJ, which is your, oh no, I already forgot what the first word was. Try something. There's like 2 different muscles here and here. And there's 2 different joints. Anyway, that's your joint. Something joint. There's actually like a little, this is a lot of ouch. There's a little piece of cartilage, a little disc. Like, you know how people can slip a disc in their back? You have the same thing here in this joint on each side. There's a little bit of cartilage that keeps the bottom part of your jaw from like just grinding into the top part of your jaw. They're connected with a little bit of cartilage. Apparently, in rare cases, that can slip. And so that's what they thought was happening because they took a scan and it looked like this was off. So they thought the disc had slipped and I was having like bone on bone and that was causing an intense amount of pain. At this point, so they like scheduled oh my gosh, yeah, right. They scheduled an appointment to see a specialist. The soonest, this was on like May the 2nd or something like that. May the 1st.
My birthday, May 2nd.
Yeah, the soonest. Yeah, I totally don't remember your birthday. I was
birthday drinks. Yeah, this is for you.
Nice.
I'm sorry
nice.
you're in the hospital for my birthday. No, you don't drink. I will drink for us both. This was the birthday bourbon that I got from some friends.
Josh, you're totally right. Yes, oh my gosh. Yeah, I need to lay off on that for a while. Anyway, I'm going on, but the dentist thought it was something even worse. They scheduled as soon as they possibly could get me in to see a facial pain specialist, but that was going to be today actually.
Yeah.
So this is happening on like May the 1st, and they're saying the soonest we can get you in is in 3 weeks. And I'm sitting here literally having so much pain that I can't go to work anymore. I can't even, there's times during the day that I can't even like focus on watching TV.
Yeah.
Like it's so bad that I literally spent half of a week either pacing around the house or just like sitting there staring out into the oblivion. It was so bad, you all. Like,
so you couldn't even play Baldur's Gate. That's how much pain you're in.
Oh, play a game? Are you kidding me? No way.
See, that's hell.
It was
Boredom
awful.
is hell to me, so I couldn't imagine.
Yo, look, I'm gonna get real and a little dark here for a second.
It's okay. We're friends. We're friends. Internet friends.
It was so bad that like it never got to the point. I started to have mental problems with this. Like I mentally was starting to collapse, and it never got to the point that I was thinking really bad thoughts. But it did get to the point where it's like, I absolutely understand how other people could get there. And I could, if this has to last much longer.
So you can understand how some brother of Mario does what he did what he did.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It was really bad, especially when it got to the point that I was like, this is crippling. This just wiped me out for a whole week.
Yeah.
I can't do anything. And you're telling me that the soonest I can get in to see a specialist is 2 more weeks from then. Like I'm going to have to. And so thankfully, that Sunday, we're talking like what, May 4th now or so, whatever that Sunday is around there.
May 4th.
Yeah, there you go. We're just sitting there watching TV in the evening. It's one of those times when the pain is there, but it's like bearable. And mind you, like I'm taking, what was it I was taking? I think I was taking 4,000 milligrams of Tylenol a day.
Daggum, son.
And like, or is 3,000? It was the most you could take prescribed by a medical doctor.
Yeah.
Like they don't even let you take that much over the counter or something like that. Yeah. Anyway, and I was still having like a fever. My blood pressure was high.
Yeah.
All of a sudden we're watching TV. Here's the fun part. All of a sudden we're watching TV and I turn to my wife and I go, my mouth feels weird. Like it suddenly feels really warm and kind of slimy. The minute I opened my mouth, Sarah is like, oh my God, what is that smell? She thought the dog had pooped in the room. And so I said that and she goes, go to the bathroom right now and rinse your mouth out. I think you just had an abscess burst. And like we had kind of talked about an abscess possibly being an explanation for this, but it's still at this point we're thinking it's a slip joint thing, whatever. I spend the next, and you were telling me earlier, Maddie, that you like gross stuff. I spend the next 15 minutes like constantly rinsing water and spitting it out. And I'm just like spitting out all this like nasty green brown, like it kind of looked like I had eaten a bunch of peas and like mushed it up and like, y'all, it was gross.
Did you take photos? Sorry, this is gross. Did you take photos? What's the point, Andrew?
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe
don't share them here, but like send it to me later.
Yeah. I don't remember. Actually, I think we might have.
Rob's out.
Rob's gone.
Well, I'm out.
No. Rob, what happened was, you got to come back. Yeah.
Got me back.
Yep, I got you back. I spit all this stuff out. And here's the thing, like as soon as I started spitting this out, I felt total relief. Like it was all that pain that I had. Yeah, who did you piss off? Y'all, man. I felt so much relief. And I was just like, this is great. I don't know what this is, but it's burst now. And I guess I skipped over a few things. At this point, my face had swollen up here and down here.
Yeah, and you showed us a picture. It was crazy. I mean, it was like,
yeah, it was.
Yeah, you look like Quasimodo. A beautiful Quasimodo, but still Quasimodo.
Very handsome Quasimodo.
Very handsome Quasimodo.
It was crazy. I like to joke that it was like, you know, whenever you're like picking your avatar in something like on a like the Switch or something like that, you know, and there's like the different chin sizes, and there's always the ridiculous one that like goes out like this. That was me on one side. I was a mesh of 2 different avatars. And thankfully, Sarah says, because I'm just like, I feel so much better. I think I could actually even lay down. I haven't laid down in a week and a half. I've been sleeping, sitting up.
So much better.
And Sarah goes, no, here's the deal. You need to go to the ER like right now because you could have sepsis. And I didn't really know what that was. But it turns out that's really bad. If you don't know what it is, it's something that could very easily kill you. So we rushed to the ER. I didn't have to wait for more than 5 minutes because they took my vitals and they said, we're going to skip a few steps and get you immediately hooked up to a shit ton of stuff. Yeah.
That's good. What hospital did you go to? UK or Baptist Health?
UK.
Okay.
we went to UK. Yeah, we rushed there, and they took all my vitals. They recognized what was going on, and about 7 hours later, maybe 6 hours later, they operated on me because I still had a lot of abscess in me. They had to pull one of my teeth, one of my back molars. So, Rob, I'm curious. You said that one of your daughters had an abscess. Was it the kind where it like comes out of their tooth?
Okay, so similar but not as extreme. There's a bulb thing pulling up in her gum. And we're like, what is this big circle thing? And yes, Maddie, I am one of those gross people where I take pictures of gross things. So I'll send you pictures later. So like there's a bulb thing like right here growing. And the doctor's like, that's not super great. There's pus and debris and yuck and infection in there. What we're going to do is we're going to pull the tooth, numb it, pull the tooth, and then that stuff will just come out. So the infection, all the goop was behind the tooth. Now, my child is a child. So when they pulled the tooth, it was a baby tooth. But like I'm sitting here watching the doctor do this, and she's taking needles, and she goes, boop, 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 boop. Sorry, people. Oh yeah, it's terrible. Poking needles in my baby's gum, and my baby's, I can forget how sturdy my kids can be. Like she's like, I got this, Daddy. I got this. And then so like it numbs it up, but then like the doctor comes in and she puts the thing and she goes and just pulls it out in like 2 seconds. I'm like, and now, what's funny is because remember, moms and dads are different. Dads handle the things that are strong, right? Dads handle the gross stuff. Daddy, there's whatever something gross and disgusting.
I've never seen that in my life. I'll be honest with you. It has always been the reverse. But continue.
Oh, really? Really? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So I handle the gross stuff. I handle the strong stuff. I drive the things, but I don't know the details. I thought what they were going to do is poke a hole in the thing and drain the pus out. That's what I thought they were going to do. Then they pulled out her tooth, and I'm like, ah! So I'm messaging Mommy, I'm like, Mommy, what is supposed to pull a tooth? Just pull a tooth out, my baby.
And she's like, chill out,
Mommy,
Rob.
I told you that. Like, okay, I didn't know. I was just trying to like open jars and drop people places and take out the trash.
That is true. Men are good for opening jars. That is true.
Yeah. Anytime a jar doesn't get open, there you go. Yeah. But yeah, I had no idea what was going on. But yes. So they had to pull the tooth to get the goop out, and then she was fine. But yeah,
that's good. Oh, I'm so glad you caught that right.
Our
geeky show. What's in the water? Let me tell you what's in the water in Kentucky. It's limestone, which is why our horses are so strong.
I was just about to say, yeah, this is just Kentucky water. Just expect it if you come here.
You know.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
I assume all the water in America is messed up. I have no idea. No. I was gonna be honest with you. I assume it's all bad.
Not just the water.
So have you had, speaking of water, have you had? It's not Venmo, not Venmo. Vimo.
No.
Starts with a V. It is the purest, cleanest water I've ever drank in my entire life. It's $6 a bottle, and it's in a glass bottle, so it's super expensive. But you drink it, and like it's like it. There's nothing. So you should try and track this down. If I can type it, I'll put it in the chat.
Are you sure this is a stinky bottle? Oh yes. So I am. Yes, I am okay now. Yes, thankfully they like hooked me up to a whole bunch. I was on antibiotics. I had to spend 2 nights in the hospital, and 2 nights or 3 nights. I think it was 2 nights. Yeah, they had me on all sorts of antibiotics, which is what I needed from the beginning. Like, right, that was the thing. Nobody knew that this was an abscess. Even the dentist missed it. And according to the surgeon, like they're not surprised. They said that the way that mine manifested, to where normally it like starts under your tooth, but then kind of comes up through your tooth. Mine did not do that. It found some way deep down in my jaw to just hide. And so, yeah, you couldn't really find it. But anyway, yeah, they got it. They had to drain. They had to pull a tooth so they could get the rest of the abscess out. I have a scar here, because they had to like stick a tube in to let it drain. It looked like somebody had like stabbed me with a cigarette.
Weird.
And it was just hanging out for a couple of days. I think I had it for, actually it was a week. I think I had it for about a week. And then they finally pulled that out. And so I'm so much better. I am like y'all, it was like night and day. Like I keep telling people, it's a bit of an old reference, but like if you've seen It's a Wonderful Life, at the very end where George Bailey is like, he's seen what the world would have been like without him, and then he's granted his life back at the end, and he's just like everything in the world is beautiful. Even like the most annoying things that used to just drive him nuts before, he's just like, oh, just like kissing everything. That's how I felt. I was just like,
you really appreciated the things, right?
Yes. Oh my God, so much. So I'm fine now. The one thing that I do have that's still lingering is because this lasted so long. Like there was, for the longest time, I could only open my mouth about that much. Not even enough, like barely you could fit one finger in, like just that much.
Gosh.
And so I still have like basically like lockjaw to where my muscles kind of almost won't open up now. So like, that's about as much as I can open it up right now without it hurting. So I literally have to sit here and do exercises where I'm like stretching my jaw out each hour, because right now, like I can't eat a hamburger. I tried to test it last weekend and I had to like, ended up having to like super smush it down just to be able to eat it. It's ridiculous.
I understand. I feel you.
Yeah.
You can't eat a taco either, can you?
What's that?
You can't eat a taco either, can you?
I was going to make a joke about this. I'm not going to.
What, Maddie?
No, Rob. And
what else can he not do?
Yeah, no to Rob, and also no to Maddie. Yes.
Oh man, that's.
Yeah.
I can say whatever I want on this channel. That's
right. We won't get demonetized.
Not monetized.
I'll play some Journey songs, and then we'll get demonetized.
Yeah. So that was my fun story.
I'm so glad that things like that you're better, like for real.
Do I have any
like it wasn't things where like you were like, "Hey, I'm in horrible pain." I'm like, "Oh, he's fine." No, like no, seriously, I'm in horrible pain. Like, oh my gosh.
There was a friend of mine who's a nurse said that because there's like that classic thing where they ask you like on a scale of 1 to 10 how much pain do you have, and of course that's really subjective, right? Everybody's going to say something different.
Yeah.
My friend who's a nurse said that kind of a better way to view that is like, okay, are you in pain but you can still function? It's not interrupting your life. Okay, that's like maybe a 1 to 3 or something like that. And then if it's like, okay, you're in pain and it's kind of disrupting your life, but you can still focus on things. You start to get like 4 or 5, something like that. And then it gets to the point where it's like, okay, you can no longer focus on things. So it's like truly interrupting your life. And then there's the point where you can't even like function. Like I was at that point a lot. It was kind of come and go, but I was at the point so many times where I was literally just staring at my watch, counting the minutes until I knew it was safe to take more medicine.
Yeah.
And it was just like the pain was nuts. And the only level beyond that is like when your frontal lobe just like completely shuts down. And you're just like somebody else needs to take care of you because you're not functioning at all. Yeah. And that was
so glad you're okay.
Dude, so yeah, if you start to feel like that, go get a freaking, I guess,
go to the doctor.
Or like, that's,
No, it's not worth it. I'm a woman that won't believe me. So.
You're right. Yeah. So yeah.
Mad.
How much sleep was I able to get? Okay, here's the thing about the sleep. So as I mentioned, like, first of all, I couldn't sleep laying down at all. I spent a week and a half just sleeping in actually that chair right back there, keeping myself upright. But even then, I could only sleep for about an hour and 10 minutes at a time. I would wake up. Yeah. And so for about a week and a half, not only was I not sleeping lying down, but I was only getting about maybe 4.5 hours of sleep a night, something like that. And they were interrupted, right? They weren't even continuous. It was rough.
I can't function. I have to have my sleep, or like, okay, I can be awake and do stuff, but my brain's not going to do anything for you. Hey, Rob, give me the answer to this, Jello. Like, it doesn't work.
Yeah. I can't.
Yeah. I did get a little, like, it forced me to get a little creative at times, because there were times where I was like, I'm in pain, but I can't take any more medicine because I'm on the max and it's only been like 3 hours. You're supposed to take it every 6 hours or whatever. And I started doing things like not necessarily exercising because that hurt too much, but just doing things like, you get like a little ball and you can like step on it to like roll your foot out or something like that.
Yeah.
And just like things like that. There was just like any kind of sensation that drew my attention away from
right.
Oh, yeah. No good.
Well, I'm glad that you're safe and you'll be able to feel good when Superman comes out.
Ah, yes. I can't
That's what
wait.
matters.
That's what truly matters. Yes.
Walking Superman.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there you go. There's my freaking long story. What a mess.
That's a good story, but a horrible story. But yeah, now it's time for you to go to Disneyland.
Yeah. Let's see. Josh, crippling pain. It is terrible. I'm sorry to hear that you've had that. Yeah.
Well, I only did really cool stuff, so I'm sorry.
Yeah. What did you do? You've been.
Well, let's say your turn. I have a whole.
I went to
list
Scotland.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I went to Scotland for a week, and that was really cool. I made friends. Went to a Frankenstein bar. Saw the Battle of Culloden.
Wait, what's the Frankenstein bar?
The Frankenstein bar was cool as hell. Okay, it's in Edinburgh, and it's like multiple levels, and it's got all these. They are in it, so it has like cool like wires and things. It feels like you're in like an old movie set almost, with like the way that everything is put together. So you're immediately in the ambiance, and then when the clock hits a certain time, like out of this like big tube, like there's those like lightning and thunder, and out comes like a Frankenstein animatronic, and he sits up. Oh, it's cool as hell.
Like an animatronic or something? Or
yeah,
what?
yeah. It was so cool. And its head turns. So cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I came back and had to work really hard to catch up for 2 weeks, and then went to Japan for 2 weeks. Sorry, Rob, I didn't see the shirt at Dragon Quest.
I want. Hold on. Let's back up.
Wow.
So, I went to Europe, did a European tour, and went to Scotland for a couple of days, a couple of years ago. So my question to you is: so we also went to like bars. We went to a castle thing, and we had crazy brown food because that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite thing in Scotland, and what was your thing in Scotland?
Favorite is probably the Frankenstein bar. It should be the castle. It should be other things, but I really like the Frankenstein bar. Second favorite would be like I went to the Big Lebowski theme bar where they had 41 different types of wine. See, and you guys appreciate the people I was with. They were like, "What?" And I was like, "You guys don't want to go?" So I went by myself.
Yeah, I get it.
I went by myself and ended up like hanging out with this group of guys. I was like, "Tell me about the drinks," and they're like, "Come out with us." And I was like, "Hell yeah!"
This happened to me too, and they made fun of my American English accent.
They make fun of me. They thought I was cute.
Well, you're a girl. I'm a black dude. Again, we keep talking about this pretty white girl, black dude. You have privilege, like of course.
But I don't know. I don't really have like a worse thing.
Yeah.
I went to a museum that was really loud, and that sucked. Everything else was perfect. Honestly, Scotland was lovely. I had a lovely time. No complaints.
Yeah, I think for me, the thing that I liked the most was just the people. Even though, like obviously I was a tourist, the people were really cool and accommodating. Bought drinks. We had great times.
And the drinks are great. God, cider on tap. I had cider every day. Yeah,
I'm not a beer person. I was like, just give me the beer. I'm like, I don't know what you just told me.
I was so dehydrated. And I wasn't even like drinking heavily. I was just very dehydrated. Oh, and the comic book shops I went to in Glasgow were pretty mid, honestly. But there might have been some cooler ones farther out, but all the ones I went to were like not great.
Okay. Cool. That's awesome.
That sounds amazing. Yeah,
it's lovely.
I'm very jealous.
And Japan was great. It's just busier than it used to be. Like Tokyo's way busier than it used to be when I lived there. It's gotten. I mean, it's the over tourism is a problem, but not everywhere. It's only a problem in like the main areas. So Tokyo is like, I used to live in Tokyo, and it was pretty chill. Weirdly, but now it's like.
Where did you live in Tokyo?
I lived like in an area called Nakameguro. And I went to school in Aoyama, which is like right next to Shibuya. So you get off Shibuya Station, you take a right, and you walk like 10 minutes, and you would get to my college.
I have shopped and drank in those areas, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
So, but even then, like you saw foreigners still because it's Tokyo, but it wasn't like this overwhelming amount. Like you could go to Shibuya and just hang out. I used to, when we went to visit, like 6 years ago, even I took people to Asakusa, and like it was pretty chill. Still, there's foreigners, but not a crazy amount. It is overwhelming. I will no longer be starting and ending a trip in Tokyo anymore.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it was not my scene anymore. Like it was I'm good.
That's interesting. So
I
for
will
our
stick
last
to my
trip,
south areas.
yeah, I was gonna say for our trip,
Huh.
we decided to. And I talked about this on a previous podcast, so I won't go into it deeply.
Yeah.
But we started at the bottom. We went to Okinawa, Hiroshima, Kyoto, Osaka, Fuji, and then finished in Tokyo.
Yeah.
And but because we started at the bottom, there were not very many foreigners until
Yeah.
like we get to Osaka, and then that's because of like Super Nintendo World, those places like that in Dragon Quest. That's where we saw a few more foreigners. But as we started at the bottom, there were nobody. But then as we went up, there were more and more and more and more. But we kind of liked it. It was kind of chill when no one it was just Japanese people. But it's also when we were in Okinawa, it was the first time that I actually felt like a foreigner, where I would walk into a bar and they would be like, there's no room. And then these Japanese people would show up and be like, oh, here's all this room. I'm like, and
well,
like if that happened,
that's been a big change, I think, in the past.
Yeah, that happened 6 times. Six times 5 years in a row.
Wow.
I believe it.
Yeah. So it was like, that's the first time I was like, and I know a little bit of Japanese. At
least you're trying some.
Right? But like, it was like,
some people, there's some people that just don't try it at all. Like, and listen, my friends in the chat, if you're going to a foreign country, all I can ask you is that at minimum, you just learn like 5 phrases. So at least you're trying. Thank you, excuse me, I'm sorry, hello, learn those. Because if you can't even do that, and this is my like secondhand embarrassment, I cannot stand. Like, it will bother me immensely. Yeah. Because I'm like, what do you mean you showed up in a country you didn't learn just like
anything? Yeah, exactly.
Like, if you can't say thank you in the country, you don't need to be there.
Yep.
My kids actually exactly what the 5 phrases you just said. They know how to say please, arigatou gozaimasu, sumimasen, gomenasai, like the basic things, like the basic things. Because like they're kids, and like the people responded very positive. Oh, the little kids, they understand. Let me touch your hair. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's all I ask. And don't crowd a sidewalk. Dear God, if you all want to walk in like 5 people like this instead of like this, I think you should be punched in the face. I think you should be kicked in the balls immediately. It should not be like, I'm tired of groups of old people of any country. I don't care what country they're from, because they're from everywhere. A lot of Europeans, a lot of, Southeast Asians, and they're just in groups of people in front of buildings. And I'm like, have you never even thought of anybody else ever?
That's the problem. They think of self and not other people.
But you know what the perfect place was? Dragon Quest Island. It is the perfect place to go. It's the best place ever.
That was actually my question to you, Mad. So I did not know Dragon Quest Island was a thing. We were getting ready to go to Super Nintendo World, and then the day before, I'm looking at my phone, like, wait a minute, there's a place called Dragon Quest Island we have to go. So we went, and I'm not going to I want you to talk rather than me.
God,
it was the most amazing thing I ever went to.
Stuff near me because we got the premium tickets.
Yes.
So
I want you to describe the Dragon Quest Island experience, because I literally cried when I went through it.
Yeah, and I'm just going to play emotional.
I'm going to play the person who knows nothing about this, because I know nothing about this. What is Dragon Quest Island?
Oh my god. Oh my god. So let me see if I can get my album up. So Dragon Quest is a really popular Japanese RPG series.
Yeah.
It didn't get as popular here, but it's incredibly popular in Japan. It has 11 games so far, and then some little spin-off games. There's movies and stuff. It's a pretty traditional. You have a group of adventurers, and you go and you have like your warrior and your mage and whatever, and you go and you fight slimes and then harder stuff, and you got your hero's journey and whatever. I'm
going to say this just for Rob. It sounds like a lesser exciting version of Dragon Warrior.
I want to stab you.
I mean, when I first played it was Dragon Warrior.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. Yeah.
So Dragon Quest Island, it's on a Waji Island, which is known for onions. This is important. On this island is other like geeky things. So they have a giant like Godzilla you can zip line into.
We did that too. Would you see
Right now
Godzilla?
they have Monster Hunter, they've got Naruto, they've got Demon Slayer. We did not go the other things because deluge of rain
Oh
as
no.
we got out. It's still my favorite day there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Us in our Dragon Quest ponchos trying to walk to the bus station because the bus we came on, that stop they don't leave from that stop until later in the day. So we had to like walk forever to find it. Us with our ponchos and then 5 other foreigners with their like Naruto ponchos.
Other than the rain, that sounds extremely familiar. Yes.
But you go through and you have like a little thing you scan and you get to go through the houses and take quests and you get to fight the monsters and you get to level up. And we bought the premium, so we got the side quest too. But yeah, all through the park, like it's all separate, like it's a little town. They had a special event for the new game. You go through and collect like medals and you fight the monsters.
That's amazing.
It was awesome. It was so cool. They had little popcorn tins and stuff. And the bar food was so good because every year we go to Japan, we always stop at Loita's Bar, which is the Dragon Quest themed bar in Tokyo. So we didn't go this time. We just went to the one at the park. It was great. Look at that. And again, it's known for onions. So they have onion rings that are actually so incredible.
Wow.
And they have their own special themed thing. So like the thing back here, you can't see, but you can, is a slime, but it's an onion slime because they're known for onions. And this is actually the creator of Dragon Quest like hometown. So he was really excited to bring it back to
oh my god,
Awaji Island. And Awaji Island itself is really cool. Like the Oasis is like a travel stop basically. Like you would be on the highway, and they have their own like themed goods. So they have like a bunch of like onion themed stuff.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it was my favorite day over the Ghibli Park. Honestly,
really? Whoa!
Park, I liked it just fine. I love Dragon Quest Island.
Whoa! Okay, that's saying a lot. I would assume. I mean, I've not been.
And that's even over Nintendo, which I also loved very much.
Wow!
I very much love Nintendo. It's another like overwhelming experience. I mean, Rob knows you walk through the tunnel and then you're on the other side of the tunnel. You're like, oh my god! Like you're legitimately in Mario. Like it's. Oh, and we were there for the Donkey Kong because I don't think that was there when you were there, right, Rob?
No. Donkey Kong was being built when we were there. So
yeah, it is so good.
Yeah, you can see the distance. Oh, there comes Donkey Kong. But yeah,
it was. Awesome. But we rode like.
That was the next question I was going to ask you. Tell me, because Donkey Kong should have been built by the time you got there. Which they had Donkey Kong merch. They took my Donkey Kong merch money.
Yeah, we got to. We didn't get to wait. We didn't wait in line for Donkey Kong, but we did ride because we got those fast passes. So we did ride.
Way to go.
The ride was so cool. Let me tell you what the ride. So you're in a minecart. Now they've made it seem like there's a part where it looks like the tracks have stopped, but your cart isn't actually on tracks on the bottom. It's connected to something else. So there's a point where it looks like the tracks have stopped and you're like not on anything. So they give you the same feeling as in your Donkey Kong when you're up and like, everything's broken up. And it's like, it's so shaky. It looks like you're running into things. Oh, it's so cool.
That's cool.
So cool. There's no DK rap, unfortunately, but we DK rap.
DK? Donkey Kong. So Maddie, you said this, and this is the thing. I wanted to hear it come up. You kind of said it. When I walked into Dragon Quest Island, again, also, I mean, I named one of my children after Dragon Quest, so I'm a huge fan. Soundtracks, all the things. When I walked into Dragon Quest Island, like, I literally... tears appeared in my eyes, and I laughed out loud because the music's playing. You're literally in a village. I'm not spoiling anything because I don't want to talk too much about it. But like, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in Dragon Quest. And I was with my youngest. Like, we split up because there's a bunch of us going through the quest together. And yeah, we also did the extra quest too. But it was like, this is the coolest thing. You're actually going through a town, talking to people, battling monsters, getting treasure. Like, you're going through dungeons, fighting bosses. It was incredible. And then the next day, we did Super Nintendo World, and like what you just described, you go through the pipe and you're there. And I took a video of me, and again, I seem to cry a lot.
No, I did too. Like
you look around, and it's like the physical manifestation It's like the people, first time the people who love Disney cartoons, they go to Disney World and Disneyland and they see like Mickey Mouse walking around. They're like, oh my God, this is me. Except like I go through the pipe, I see, like, the pipe, the blocks, the music, everything. And yeah, there are 100 billion people there, but it was like, oh my gosh, this is a physical manifestation of the thing that I've been playing since I was 6. Well, okay. 12,
we all did. I think we all got teary-eyed when we walked into Super Mario because it's like, it's like a shock to your system because it's like you literally went to another world. And even at Dragon Quest, we get close and I look at Elliot and he's like, oh, I think I'm getting emotional. Like, you just can see it. And I was like, fair. Because, and we're so excited. Like, we bought everything. Like, do you want a picture? Do you want this? And we're like, yeah. Here, let me see if I can. You can't see my legs. You're not allowed to.
I dropped quite a dime on here too. I dropped quite a dime.
I do have this near me. I didn't have everything else in the other room, but
ooh, nice.
So I got the like backpack with the king slime, and then Elliot got this one because we both had the premium. So it's got like a little like thing. It like you put stuff in here, but
yeah, and
we went all out. We just kept buying everything.
We kept buying things because I believe for you the Japanese yen was still weak compared to the U.S. dollar.
Yeah, it was great.
So it was like really easy to buy a bunch of stuff at the store. Like, oh, there's nothing I can do. Buy the things.
And we knew we were.
They bought some trinkets and things, and like again, one of them's named after Dragon Quest, so like they love the things. But me, I'm like, girls, if y'all lose this or break it, it's not like we can go very easily replace it. Getting to Waji Island was an hour and a half outside of like.
God, it takes so long.
It's such a pain to do the thing, but
yeah,
so like,
worth it.
Hey, let's take care of these Dragon Quest things, okay?
So worth it.
I'm so happy.
We're like, it's raining. I guess we got to buy these cool ponchos.
Oh no!
I bought the ponchos. We bought the umbrella. We were just like, let's go. Buy
the thing. Let's go.
Popcorn tin that we can't really pack well in our luggage. Let's go. Little slime thing you can drink out of. Hell yeah.
Like, where am I going to put this orange or onion yellow dragon slime popcorn tin? I'll figure it out when we get home. We haven't had to ship all this stuff yet. It's fine. It's fine. So, Mads, I'm glad you had an awesome trip. I'm glad, like, I can actually talk because, like, no one that I know, people who live in Japan, they've not even been to Dragon Quest Island. So there's no one I could like be like, wasn't this place great? Yeah, and like, no one knows. No, so thank you for doing this. I'm glad you had an amazing time.
Anytime.
Yeah.
And we did the Godzilla thing.
I also pet a capybara. That was cool.
What, like at a zoo or what?
I mean, no, it was like in a building in Harajuku.
That's awesome.
But there he is.
Oh.
That's right before you lost a thumb.
That's me with a little meerkat.
Nice.
You know, just normal stuff. Harajuku One Piece store. You know, just like normal things.
Just normal stuff. Yeah, of course.
Just like cool normal things. Like no big deal. You know.
Wait, was this Japan or Scotland? I can't tell the difference. It's so normal.
It's just so normal.
I'll give you a clue. San Francisco.
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
Very, very cool.
That's great.
Love it.
All right.
And I also went to a monster romance convention, but you guys didn't even know about that. It's fine. It's fine.
You're just gonna slide that one past us without talking about it, no? Yeah.
Monster romance.
It was called Monster Erotica Con in Baltimore. And that's like a totally normal thing to go to. It's fine. Monster Erotica Con. It was lovely.
When was this?
Like 2 weekends ago.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
It was great. Everyone's very nice. It was the most like well put together and organized con I've ever been to in my life. They actually provided snacks and water, and everyone smelled good, and everyone gave each other like little presents. It was great.
Wow.
We just talked about books and like hung out. It was lovely.
That sounds awesome.
Pretty cool.
Well,
okay, I want to talk about the gaming thing.
Yeah, Rob, we've told our fun stories. What do you got going on?
Yeah, I want to hear you two. Like my stories are 2 seconds long. I'm super quick, but that's awesome, Mads. I'm so happy that you got a chance to go back to the mother country and go to Scotland. That's great. That's great. those of you who are on the fence about going to Japan, still, even though we were just talking about tourism, there were a lot of foreigners, other than my flock, in these countries. It wasn't horrible. I think it's gotten a little bit worse, but
and
it should be
it's still cheap. Just hit me up if you need advice about it. There's a way to go about it.
Nice.
Learn from us.
Yeah. I think the last summer was time number 15 for us.
Yeah, and summer's hot as hell. So if you don't have to go during summer, don't. Because I
the time in the middle of the summer. The middle of the summer was awful.
Yeah,
early
it
part
sucked
of the summer,
so bad.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Okay, so I want to talk about a couple of game things. Maddie, you know exactly what I'm hold up. Someone asked if I double dipped.
Hell yeah. Listen, I may have been traveling, but better believe I already finished Lunar 1 within like a week.
There you go.
Halfway through Lunar 2. When this game got announced, I sobbed. I mean, literally sobbed. Man.
That's awesome.
And they still didn't make enough physical copies. So
behind me, ooh, can I reach it? Oh, I can't reach it. Behind me is the Sega CD and Lunar. Well, excuse me. If you're Victor Ireland, it is pronounced Lunar.
Yes,
Lunar. Yeah, it's Lunar. These games are playing behind me. I don't think you can hear them though, because I think I have the volume down. But like the music still gets me for Lunar 1. And like the opening intro of Eternal Blue, like they still get me, right? Exactly. And my kids, they wander in here randomly, like, what is this that's going on? I'm like, girls, sit down, let me tell you a story.
It was my first video game. My first ever video game, Lunar Silver Star Story Complete for the PlayStation.
Oh, really?
Well, and Final Fantasy VII. They're my first two. My dad said, I'm going to buy you a PlayStation. You pick 2 games. And I picked Final Fantasy VII and Lunar Silver Star Story Complete. And that has shaped my entire taste in video games ever since.
That is okay. I did not know that. I knew Final Fantasy. I knew Final Fantasy VII was one of your first games, which I'm going to talk about also in a minute. But I did not know it was Lunar Silver Star Story. Okay. Yeah, for me, it was the Sega CD version. I worked at Babbage's, America's computer video game headquarters.
And
nothing but Babbage in my life. And so I bought a couple copies of this. My buddy Shane, so the Sega CD version had different. Can I get it? Can you give me a second to go get it? I think I can get it.
Kane, you're so right. Listen, so for Andrew, they weren't letting pre-orders happen because like we'll have enough stock, which was insane. Because they didn't think it was going to sell that big, like idiots. And so immediately they sell out and they're like, "Oh, we didn't know." Like, you guys knew. That's bullshit. And Josh, you should play Lunar. Lunar's so good. It is the perfect classic adventure story. You're a kid from a small town. You know, you're trying to get out there and be like your hero, Dragon Master Dine, and go through his quests. And also something happens to your lady on the way. I don't know. And you make friends.
Love it.
Friendship forms a battle. Watch your back.
And there's songs and animated cutscenes and funny back scenes and really dumb dialogue in the best way.
So this is back in the 90s where translations and localizations were Victor Ireland had a little few liberties with politics and silly things, Bill Clinton jokes and things like that. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
They did take out the Austin Powers joke, though, I think.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. So this is my copy of Lunar. If Tina was here, she has a version of this too, right?
Yeah, I never had a Sega. I'm so jealous.
Of these, see this variant, see the disc. So there are multiple versions of this disc. My buddy, actually you all know Shane Bettenhausen of video game fame. He has all 8 of these variations.
All 8.
Wow. I have 2. And this is Lunar Eternal Blue. Eternal Blue, let me open this up. Which also has which do you like more, Mass? Do you like Eternal Blue or do you like Silver Star better?
I mean, Silver Star's in my heart, but I think Lunar 2 might be the better like character variation across the board. I think Lunar's the one. But I mean, like, I think it's because Lunar's been remade so many times that I've played it so many times that now I'm more excited about Lunar 2. Because this is only the 3rd time it's been released. Lunar 1 has been, this is my autistic nerd rant now, but like, Lunar 1 has actually been remade several times on like game. Like, so it's Sega, PlayStation, and I think Game Boy. It's been on the PSP. It's been on the phone.
Yeah. Up there's a PSP version.
Oh, wow.
And so they kept remaking Lunar 1, which I kept buying and replaying. And then Lunar 2 is Sega CD and then PlayStation. And this is the first time since then, years, like decades, that it's come out again.
Wow.
So it's like big news.
For me, I also have the Puppet Galleon. I'm looking right at him.
You're so lucky. I was just a kid. When this came out.
You were just a baby. I was on my second marriage. And I'm buying.
If I had known, I would have asked my dad.
Hold on. You know what? Because we were talking about Lunar, how much time do I have? 4 minutes. I'm gonna grab this thing.
Keep going.
Do it.
I'm not doing anything.
I'm gonna break something, drop something.
Maddie, while he's away.
Yeah.
So what just happened? When you said that you picked this game, did you know what you were picking?
No.
Okay.
It was vibes only. And it had some anime pictures on the back. Because you couldn't tell from the front of the case.
Yeah.
God, look at him.
Okay, look what he does. So this is a bad guy, Galleon, and he's a punching puppet. Isn't that amazing?
God. This game it's great. They back in this time, a lot of the voice actors were just random. Like some of them were just random people.
Mm-hmm.
And that were just working there.
The gal who sings. Oh, I forgot her name. She follows me on Twitter. I was like, "Do you know who you are? Why are you following me?"
It's so good. So they've replaced some of the voice actors for the newest game, and so it does make some things better. But I do miss some of the janky, the Galleon, that enemy is very nasally. And hello, Luna. Now he's a cool guy. But
yeah. There's a little bit of controversy with this because they were Victor Iron was like, "Hey, I can sell you the original translation," and Gung Ho was like, "We'll just figure it out ourselves." There's a little bit of
weirdness. Which I get. I like the dorky translation they had. I think it's fun.
But the crux of the story is you should buy Lunar 1 and this remastered. It's fantastic. Please buy this if you like traditional turn-based RPGs. Which
Kane is trying to.
Oh yes, it. If you keep a VGP Video Game Plus, they sometimes get them back in, and there's another Canadian site that sometimes gets them in. PNP, VGP, and PNP often get them in, and it's $55. So just keep watching. Get on Twitter, Warrior64 or cheap ass gamer. Keep watching. They do get back in stock, so keep in mind.
Yeah, I did the digital because I downloaded it before I left Japan, right before I left Japan. If it came out while I was leaving that day.
Yeah.
I mean,
were you able to play it on the flight?
No. It didn't fully download in time. I was it released 30 minutes before my flight.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So I wasn't able to do it.
Dang it. Okay, so this transitions to the next thing that you said again, Matt. This is why I'd like to be on the stream with you because you already helped me out. What did you do a year and a half ago that I did not do? You completed Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Yeah, I'm the best gamer.
I just completed Final Fantasy Rebirth literally last week. It's taken me a year and change, 150 hours.
Did you love it? It's perfect, right?
The only complaint I have,
except for the Cactuar stupid fucking.
Only thing I'm not gonna spoil anything, obviously. And I actually 100%ed a lot of things that I shouldn't have. I did all the world intel data, blah 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 blah. The only thing I didn't like was the last battle, the very 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 last fight. Was very difficult for me. Everyone told me, "Hey, put the game on easy, so you don't have to worry about it. Just go through story." Yeah. And me being a stubborn, hard-headed person, it's like, I'm gonna play it the way the designers intended to do it.
Nah, ain't for me, bro.
No,
I'm not meant for that life. That's not for me. I'm here to have fun because playing those stupid fucking mini games on hard would have
horrible.
The Cactuar game is stupid.
Oh yeah, stupid. So last week I was in LA to do some cool things that we're working on for later things. And I'm like, I got a minute. I'll play some Final Fantasy Rebirth and I'll finish the game. I was doing great. And the Wi-Fi at where I was had great Wi-Fi. So there's no lag. And I'm the guy that complains about lag. Yeah. The last encounter, like an hour that I'm doing this, and I can't be like, oh, it's because of lag, and no, it's like cheap. And I get on the internet, I'm like, how do I do this? And the first response is, this is BS, F this is stupid, this ruins the game for me. Like everyone was complaining, not here are strategies on how to conquer it. This is cheap and crappy, and I wish I could change to easy, but if I want to change to easy, I have to reset back 85 forms and do it all again. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to borrow time as is. So the only complaint I have is the very, very, very last battle, while awesome, was incredibly cheap and crappy inside. So here's the thing. My creative director says the same thing. Life itself is too hard. So there's no reason to play video games on hard. I should have just put it on easy, played the game, enjoyed all the story and all that. So if you're okay, all that is to say, please, if you haven't already, play Final Fantasy Remake and Final Fantasy Rebirth. They're fantastic.
So good. Very, I mean, quality.
Square
Enix been put out some stinkers, but those are good.
Which transitions to the last thing I want to talk about. I got 1 minute. Oh no, I'm over. Dang on it.
It's fine.
This game right here.
Okay, I haven't gotten to play it. It's killing me.
What is this?
Yeah, but my computer, I think the experience for me needs to be on my couch with my controller.
Oh, okay. So this game is called Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I'll give you the very short version, unless Maddie, you want to do it.
Talking about it.
So the short version of this game is there's a paintress. She's a bad guy, and she writes a number in the sky, and everyone that is that age or lower dies. So people go on an expedition to try and stop this, and they haven't been doing a great job. So this time you're like, we got it for sure. You grab your band of spunky heroes, and you go and you try and figure out what's going on. And it is a traditional turn-based RPG. So it reminds me of Final Fantasy X, which is one of my favorite Final Fantasies. With some,
it shows the order. Oh, so nice.
Yes, exactly, right. It's like, see, again, Mads, you know, when I say Final Fantasy X, you're like that.
Yeah, because it shows the order, which so exactly, you know who's gonna fight, attack,
who's going to do the next thing, right? And also elements of Mario and Luigi and like some of those Mario RPGs where you can hit Paper Mario, we hit the button to do.
Yeah, like Legend of Dragoon.
It's great. So it is like, as much as I love Final Fantasy 16, which I really like Final Fantasy 16 and Ben.
Yeah, but let's be real. That's not real. It's not like our RPG, you know what I mean?
Oh,
but everything I see about this is like,
this is
it looks so good. It's by a French company.
Turn-based RPG, and if Square had been like, let's make a turn-based RPG, and in like this, billions of copies sold. This is so.
Because Square's
good.
like, we need to make sure we're more Western, and then these people come in, and they're like, we can do it, and then they did it.
Yeah, the cool story about these developers are the creative director is an ex-Ubisoft person, and he said that he was bored at his job, and to get anything greenlit, he has to go through all this red tape. So he was like, I'm out, and found like these junior developers who just really passionate. Found this composer that was like on SoundCloud randomly.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
and the writer off of Reddit.
Yeah, the writer was actually supposed to be a voice actor. And like, end up writing like most of the game. Like, so it's just a story of like these 30 really passionate French. The game is very, 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 very French. It's a long game. It's about 40 hours. It's not that long. Yeah. It's not that long. But like this team of 30 people, and then like there's another 30 for like social and animation and things like that, right? So this very, very small team with a very small budget. And you can tell if you're familiar with Unreal, you can see some things like, they didn't go the extra mile that Final Fantasy did with these crazy cutscenes and everything. But the things that they did do, the voice acting is amazing. It's Ben Starr again. It's Andy Serkis. Is that how you say his last name?
Andy Serkis? Serkis.
Yes. Yes. And it is Daredevil, Charlie Cox.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the thing is, great story. Amazing symphonic music. It's on YouTube and SoundCloud. Check out the soundtrack. And great, fantastic turn-based RPG gameplay. Please play this game. If you have Game Pass, it's free. All right, last thing.
I'm waiting until June, and then I'm going to treat myself.
Treat yourself.
Yeah. I spent mad money at that con. Okay.
What is going on here?
Christopher came to this box.
So I know I'm over time, but if you like donuts. If you like Pac-Man,
go nuts.
Go to Krispy Kreme because they have I would show you like the insides, but I ate all the donuts. Please Google this. Ooh, who has the power to Google and show a picture of this? Because if you do, you can see these Pac-Man cross Krispy Kreme donuts. Like I really want you to show. Like there's some that look like Pac-Man himself. There's some that look like the board, and there's some that look like the fruit. They are delicious. Now you will die from diabetes, so drink water as you're eating each donut. But it's amazing. So please go find. And I think the deal ends at the end of the month. So go to Krispy Kreme and pick these up immediately. All right, that is my video game rant. Thank you for the extra time.
Hell yeah! I'm trying to find these donuts.
You saw the picture?
That's what
and
I was looking
Oblivion
for.
came out.
Oh my gosh!
I've been playing Oblivion. That's why I haven't played.
Where is it? I had it in my hand. I dropped it.
So I'm not playing
Okay.
Lunar. I'm playing
Yes,
Oblivion
Oblivion.
or Saga Frontier 2, which also got remastered and released for no reason. They're just like, "Do you want Saga Frontier 2?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, sure.
And we
I'll
haven't
take
even
it.
talked about Suicode and Starleague. That's next time. Next month,
That's next time.
you can listen to me talk about the continuation of my favorite series on the planet.
Yeah, I thought I had my copy of Oblivion with me, but I do not. There.
Are these the donuts?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the one on the left is like a chocolatey thing. I don't like chocolate donuts, but this is, I don't know, they put magic in it. It's delicious. The middle one is also awesome. The front is good, and the third one is this strawberry raspberry. Yeah, so go buy some donuts for Pac-Man's 45th anniversary. Pac-Man's 45th anniversary. All right,
All right, that's
I'm
pretty
done
cool.
talking. I'm done talking.
That's pretty cool.
This was nice. I missed you guys.
Yep, same here. It's nice to be back. It's nice to have fun. Hold on. My job next time is to have fun stories. Yes, I will. Maybe some Star Trek stories. Yeah, I'm really behind on editing Star Trek because
That's okay.
like what I'm
You were
I want to hear
so-
some Star Trek stories. I sent you a
Some
Star
what?
Trek video, and I was like, "Oh, Andrew,
yeah,
would
yeah.
appreciate that."
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Everybody go see Sinners. Final Destination Bloodlines was really good. So you know, that was a really good movie. It's really funny. But Sinners is the best. You should watch it 5 times in theaters. Thank you.
So coincidentally, where we were staying at in LA was 10 minutes from an IMAX 70 millimeter theater. So we saw Sinners the way the Lord intended it to be seen in 70 millimeter IMAX. And
jealous.
Andrew, you'll love it.
Yeah.
As a film guy, you'll love it. As a film and music guy.
I was gonna say music. If you love music, you'll love it. If you love film, you'll love it. If you love movies, you'll love it. So even if you can't see it in 70 millimeter IMAX, just go see it. It doesn't matter.
I'll still love it. Yeah. That sounds great. All right, we'll do. I'm on it.
Well, we should wrap up because I gotta go to the gym in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Good for you. I gotta wake up in the morning.
I hope so.
I have to get kids to school on the bus and drive them in and being a responsible adult. Who likes that?
There you go.
We need to have a night out sometime, you guys.
Yeah.
Or a night in.
Yes.
You know, the economy's
Yeah, let's do a night in. Let's go to your house and play like board games.
Hell yeah.
That sounds like more of a near mint.
I'm
thing
happy.
to do. Yes.
I'm happy to host near mint board games.
And
if we drink enough, then we can go live at my house.
The Switch 2 is coming out soon, so I'm 100% going to invite everyone over to play Mario Kart World. So like that's going to happen. That's going to happen. So we'll
wait. Yeah. In fact, somebody had a really good suggestion earlier. If I could find it real quick, scroll through all the chat. Well, I don't know where it is. Somebody said that oh yeah, here it is right here. Yeah, James had a great suggestion.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Andrew. I think I accidentally ordered a spare Switch 2 just in case GameStop screws me. Yeah, if you give me money, I'll give it to you.
I'll
give it to you for basically what it costs.
Wow.
Love it.
All right, guys.
All right. Thank you, guys. Like, subscribe, smash the notification icon. Love to keep hearing.
Everybody, thanks for joining. It was a lot of fun. I'll see y'all later.
Peace.